Hello, brothers and sisters of St. Camillus. Today's reflection is on Matthew chapter 7. And in this chapter, our Lord gives us three main teachings. First, that the kingdom of heaven is not something that's automatic for all people, but something that we as a faith community, as Christians, need to strive for. Second, that we need to really listen carefully to his words. And third, that we need to act on those words, to be people of action. And our Lord uses a beautiful parable, a beautiful comparison. He likens the community to a wise man and a foolish man. The wise man listens to the words of the Lord very carefully, and then he acts on them. And the foolish man listens to the words of the Lord, but does not act on them. And in the story as it unfolds, we see the wise man building his house on rock, on solid stone, on this very strong foundation. And when the trials and tribulations of life come, when the rain hits, when the winds buffet the house, it shakes it around and roughs it up a little, but it's able to withstand that. It's able to stand those trials. But the foolish man, he builds his house on sand, and when these same phenomena happen, these same trials occur, the rain, the floods, his house is immediately destroyed. And maybe this is a metaphor for all of us in life as a faith community. I know for myself, I try to listen very carefully to the word of the Lord, and I try to be like that wise man and act on it. And then there's other times when my hearing's not so good and I don't listen so good. These are the times when Patty, my wife, says I have selective deafness. So each of us, I think, experiences these from time to time. But the good news is, the Lord gave us dominion over all creation. He made us superior to all the plants and all the animals. And he gave us a reason. He gave us free will, the ability to know the difference between right and wrong. And in the gospel today, the Lord doesn't really tell us too much of how to act or what to act. That'll come later in Matthew chapter 25, where our Lord gives us very specific instructions as a faith community on how we need to act. But this free will, this enables us to be able to act and to do things on behalf of the Lord and behalf of the community. If we look at another reading from Ecclesiastes in chapter 4, the reading goes on, and towards the end of the reading, it uses the comparison that a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Now, if we come together as a faith community, as brothers and sisters, we can become that threefold cord. In these times of COVID-19, of police brutality, we can come together as that community of love. And when one of us falls, we're there to bolster each other, to lift each other up. We become that threefold cord, and in solidarity with the Blessed Trinity and in solidarity with each other. And if we continue to do this, we can change unjust laws. We can work towards the common good. We won't let the world change us, but clinging tightly to that rock that saves us, the rock of our salvation, Jesus Christ, with the gospel and God's grace, we can change the world. And may God bless you.